Hello guys. We all know one urban legend or another. From alligators in the sewer to Slender Man, urban legends are a large part of popular culture. Now in gaming, there are plenty of urban legends and myths that do exist. So today, I want to go over the 3 that are my personal favorite. Now some may seem very far-fetched, while others are so realistic they have to be true. Right? I'll let you guys decide. So without further ado, let's go over my 3 favorite gaming urban legends. In 1981, an unheard of arcade cabinet began to appear in several suburbs surrounding Portland, Oregon. The name of this arcade cabinet was Polybius. The game was a Tempest-style shoot-'em-up with vector graphics. The game became incredibly popular in a very short period of time, with players playing to the point of addiction. Reports even state children becoming violently aggressive in lines waiting to play the game. Shortly after the game's release, children who played the game religiously began to exhibit strange symptoms. Frequent nightmares, amnesia, and even suicidal tendencies were reported in those who played the game most. Shortly after people having these strange symptoms, men in black suits were reported seen confiscating every Polybius cabinet in existence. People who played Polybius seem to vaguely remember ever playing it at all, which makes the validity of this story difficult. Some believe Polybius never existed. Others believe it was a government experiment involving mind control. Whatever the case, the Polybius incidents have become a cult phenomenon in the gaming world, and have had numerous references in pop culture. One thing's for sure, if I ever see a Polybius cabinet, I will not be playing it. JVK, as it was known to be called, was a mod for the Elder Scrolls Morrowind that was given to a few hundred people or so. The mod crashed immediately upon being loaded. Most disregarded it. About a year later, someone decided to run the mod in DOSBox, and it worked. People assumed it was due to the game being built on an older render. The mod made the game vastly different. Every NPC vital to the game's main quests were already dead, so you essentially started in a doomed world. Also, the player would notice that your health would drop slowly for no reason. When players let this happen till their health reached 0, a cloaked figure crawling on its hands and feet would reveal itself. Players dubbed this character the Assassin. Anytime you would stand in one place, the Assassin would start draining your health slowly. Upon further exploration, players noticed that every NPC would go outside periodically and shout, "Watch the sky," while staring up. Mostly everyone regarded the mod as broken and deleted it, with the exception of a few who became obsessed with finding out what celestial event would occur, causing everyone to say, "Watch the sky." Those who continued to explore the mod found a door that would not open, and a monk who stated the door would only open after the said celestial event occurred. Players who stuck it out found that the more they uncovered, the more the assassin's actions would change. He would appear a lot more, and even shriek at the player so loud that players reported the high pitch damaged a few pair of headphones. One player, who was banned from numerous forums for being so obsessed with the mod, began to report to family and friends delusions and hallucinations he had about the mod. He reported that the assassin would speak to him and tell him secrets about him that he never told to anyone. He even reported the assassin appearing outside his window asking to be let in. As his sanity continued to slip, the said player revealed to family and friends that he could no longer tell when he was dreaming or when he was awake. No one knows exactly where the mod originated. Pokemon Black was an unofficial ROM cartridge of Pokemon Red. When the player started the game, the 3 Pokemon a player had to choose from were Charmander, Squirtle, and a Pokemon named Ghost. Ghost was made using the sprites of the random ghosts you would encounter in Lavender Town. If you selected Ghost as your starting Pokemon, he was always the only Pokemon you could summon, and he couldn't be removed from your lineup. Whenever you faced an opponent, the phrase, "is too afraid to move" would appear whenever the opposing Pokemon would attempt to attack. Ghost had one attack that he would do regardless if the player selected it or not. The attack named Curse would make the screen turn black and the Pokemon and trainer disappear. If the game would be played through to the end, instead of the original game ending, a black screen with the words "many years later" would appear. The game would re-emerge with the player being an elderly man in Lavender Town surrounded by tombstones. Upon reading the tombstones, the names of every NPC in the game would appear. The world would be a deserted wasteland, implying your Pokemon Ghost killed every resident of the world, and you assisted in the mass genocide. Everyone knows the legend of a Japanese cartoon that caused seizures in hundreds of kids. But did you know that the cartoon was actually a very early episode of Pokemon? The episode Denu Senshi Porygon, or Electric Soldier Porygon in the US. The episode aired in 1997 and sent hundreds of kids to the hospital having epileptic seizures. The episode was banned and the Pokemon Porygon was pretty much erased from existence. A similar legend exists about the Pokemon game for the Game Boy. It is said that the original theme for Lavender Town contained a unique pitch that induced feelings of sadness, depression, and insomnia in children who listened to it for extended intervals. In extreme cases, a few children, ages ranging from 7 to 12, committed suicide after falling mentally ill from listening to the chime. The others who listened to the song have long-lasting mental issues to this day. Nintendo changed the song for the game's final release, which is the version you're listening to right now. However, if you wish to hear the original version, it's not too difficult to find. Well, that's it, guys. Those are just a few gaming urban legends and my personal favorites. Whether true or not, they're all pretty creepy and fun stories to tell. Hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, this is Ness, signing out.